let's start with a feeling. A feeling I think most of us know, even if we can't always find the words for it. It's like a slow, gentle unraveling. Not a sudden tear, but more like the quiet loosening of a thread over a long, long time. Have you ever felt that? A connection that just slowly fades away? Not because of some big fight, but just because of distance. A friendship, a closeness that kind of softens into a memory. It wasn't sudden, and it definitely wasn't dramatic. It was just quiet, right? No single event you can point to, no loud goodbye. It happened in the silence, in that space that slowly grew between you. And this feeling, it's nothing new. It's something people have understood for centuries. In fact, in the Persian language, there are these beautiful words that capture this exact, timeless experience. The saying goes, "Az dil beravad, har an ke az dide beravad." What it means is, whoever leaves the eyes, leaves the heart. It's such a simple but profound idea, isn't it? The idea that what we no longer see, what's no longer physically present in our day-to-day lives, can begin to fade from our hearts.
Maybe the best way to understand this is through a story. A simple story about two friends.
Let's call them Medhi and Saeed. And for years, they're inseparable. They share everything. Daily conversations, inside jokes, even that comfortable silence that you only find in a really deep friendship. Their whole connection is just built in those small, repeated moments of simply being together. But then, life happens, as it always does. A new job, a new city, different responsibilities, and just like that, life pulls them onto different paths. And for the first time, there's a real, physical distance between them. And at first, they really try. They call, they text, but then the calls get a little less frequent. The messages get a little shorter. And that shared world they used to live in, it just starts to shrink little by little, replaced by two separate lives. And the thing is, nothing dramatic happened. There was no big argument, no betrayal, no anger. It was just the quiet, persistent reality of their absence from each other's lives. Their attention, just by necessity, had to shift. And of course, they still care about each other deeply. But that closeness, that lived-in, immediate feeling, it's just not there anymore. Their eyes don't see each other every day. And so slowly, the heart starts to feel that distance too. And this idea, this piece of wisdom, it's not just a Persian thing. It's a deeply human truth. It's something that you hear echoing all across the world, in so many different languages and cultures. In English, we have a similar saying, out of sight, out of mind. It's interesting, there's that subtle shift, isn't there? From the heart to the mind. But the core idea, it's exactly the same. What we don't see, what we don't encounter, we can eventually forget. When you look around, you see this everywhere. In some Mediterranean cultures, there's this idea that distance is almost the enemy of closeness. In East Asian thinking, there's a deep belief that relationships need constant, active care, like a garden. But no matter where you look, the conclusion is always the same, that connection just fades without presence. So, what does all this ancient wisdom mean for us today? We live in this world where we're supposed to be more connected than ever. But are we? Or are we somehow more absent from each other's lives? Think about it. We used to share experiences, now we send digital updates. We used to share our time, now we send text messages. And you really have to ask yourself, does this new way of connecting, does it actually satisfy that deep human need for real presence? When you strip everything else away, you're left with this one simple, quiet truth. A truth about what it really means to be human and to care for each other. And maybe that truth is this: if something truly matters to the heart, it has to stay present in our life. Perhaps the most important things just can't be maintained from a distance. Maybe they ask for something more: our time, our full attention, our simple, shared presence.